and Spirits review. Tonight, going rather local, or local to Newark anyway, not actually local to me here, not directly local at least. So, from Cat Asylum Brewing Company, based in Newark, I think it's Collingham where they're based. This is Newark HB, and it's a 5.3%, oh, 5.5%, 1958 yeast series. So, I'll get a pour first so I can have a drink and tell you what's going off. I don't know if it's the changing weather or what, or the fact that I was outside all weekend in the cold. I've got a stinking cold coming. You know when you know. Sniffles, bit of a crap throat. Ooh, look at that. Reddish pour. Um, Lovely clear pour. Plenty of carbonation going off there. About a centimetre, close to anyway, of whitehead. Oh, you know, because I've got a bit of a throat. I was up the arse and I was thinking I need something that's drinkable, thirst quenching. And I've got to be honest, the old fashioned beers, more so the old fashioned stuff, traditional beers for me are always better for that way. So it says here HB beer was originally brewed to create the brown ales that had been popular in the homebrew pubs of the 1800s. This special edition uses the 1958 Newark yeast brought out of the vaults and back to life by the NCYC, whoever they are. Here it emphasises the rounded malt flavours, giving a warming mouthfeel, hints of caramel, dates, and cocoa. Want to saviour. Now you may well have seen that the owner of Cat Asylum was in the news recently. Something to do with some money. I'm not going any further into that because, yeah, I'm not. But yeah, in the news. Funnily enough, I do get the taste of dates. I get a lovely traditional beer, malty flavour to it. Certainly a touch of caramel. I'm not sure about the cocoa. Oh, some nice beer that is. Second or third from this brewery. Um, Obviously not based too far away from me in because obviously I work in Newark myself and at Callum in Newark. So Newark's quite for a small town. It covers quite a wide area because 3 miles away in Winkburn that comes under Newark. Strange how I mean Newark's basically a town, but as an area, it's quite a wide area, and it's like all little villages that seem to come under the name of Newark. It's a strange one, but in any case, cracking beer nonetheless. So while I'm down the shed, I'll have a chat. Um, so today at work, I've been on the bank, and you may well have seen the shorts. I did the Fellowship of the Spade, and oh my god, I've never seen nettles like it. So I'm on this bank, and it's a vast bank full of flipping weeds. But it's not the weeds above the surface that are the problem, it's the weeds below the surface, the roots. Perennial roots on weeds are absolute arses, and you have to try and get as much of it out as you can. Um, and that's where I've been at today, battling. I'm on my second day, and I broke the back of it now. Come Friday, Wednesday rather, because I'm off Friday. Come Wednesday, I will have conquered the bank. There'll be a celebration. I might even take a beer to work and celebrate the fact that I've actually beaten this bank. And so that's the last of the major project at, at Cockliffe done. Now it's just a case of getting it all planted up and growing stuff, potting stuff up, and life all of a sudden just got easier. There will be other projects, but nothing as awful as the project I've had to do. That said, I am going to, never going to stop. There'll always be another project. So, and at Kelham, I'm round the back of Kelham, which is in Newark. I'm actually going round the back, and round the back of the reading room, I've made a bed that reaches with a couple of breaks, small breaks, all the way around the hotel. And this is to create a colour extravaganza, in my eyes at least. And again, I've got 2 solid days this week, as long as I'm feeling well tomorrow. Touch wood. I don't come home and feeling ill. I have to battle through it. That's all I can do. But yeah, 2 solid days of lifting grass, digging grass up, and making a bed out of it. But sometimes you've got to break the back, break the back of jobs. And I need to stop listening to the news, because the news is dragging me downhill. It's so great to hear that the Ukrainians are fighting back, but when you hear of death and that, like I've said before, anybody with anxiety watching this, and then the threats by Putin, the arse, it's not nice to see, and it's tough to see, and it's tough to hear. And there'll be lots of people all around. I mean, even people who don't suffer with anxiety will be worried about the state of play. But those with anxiety, it's especially tough, because it's on your mind constantly. Children as well. Even children are worried. Which, this arsehole's got some fucking this comeuppance needs to come, and come with a vengeance. Yeah, absolute bastard. Threatening people, right? The world's turning against him then. When the political bodies, when the football sports bodies of the world start to turn against a country, then it's starting to get serious for Russia. And it only takes, the next on the list is for the Middle East to start banning, and then for China, and then the world's against you. I personally hope that they do, that the Middle Eastern countries say, no, don't associate with us anymore. You imagine, I mean, Syria's never going to do it, because he's up his arse, his bum sticking out of his arse. Hey Pee-wee, you with me? Yeah. But you'd love the others, because no one wants that. They all threaten it and that, but no one wants it. Not even the Chinese want that shit. I want to thought so anyway. I mean, you got all this happening in the world, and you got floods in Australia, and they're going through shit as well. And it's like, Jesus Christ, what a world we're in. And watching the news is awful at the moment. It's like being back at the start of COVID, where you watch the news and it's just like so tough. People dying and this unknown. And it's like we're back in 2020 again, where you just don't know what's going to happen. You just don't know for the safety of your family and friends and the world in general. Because COVID, I mean, it killed a lot of people, mind you. But it could have been so much worse. And then you've got an idiot doing that. Beggars belief, doesn't it? And I genuinely wasn't going to have a drink tonight. I was going to take 2 or 3 days off the beer altogether. I'll be honest, I've been hitting it a little bit harder than I should have been. Got a couple of bollockings this last week. Not red cards though, but certainly warnings. Um, this is a fantastic beer, by the way. And the stress of it all. People who don't suffer with stress. If you listen to the news, you're like shit. Is it bravado with him? Let's hope so. He's not stupid. He knows that if he dropped a bomb on anyone, that's it. It's game over. But it's game over for a lot of places. You would not want to live in any big city in the world because. But I don't know. It's a strange old world. Hey. It's time the people of the world, all over the world, came out and demonstrated anywhere, everywhere in the world, in front of every single Russian embassy, no to war. No matter where in the world it is. And it's about time the Chinese just turn around and says, no, you can't be doing that. And even though North Korea, they did the same. Syria's never going to do it because, like I say, he's up his backside. But the more the pressure comes from every single sector of the world, it does make you wonder if there was an outside life, an outside of the world, an extraterrestrial life, and if they were watching what was going off, and as the moment got dark, it does make you wonder. You're not telling me there aren't aliens in the world. I only have to look across the road and I can see that there is. A little bit of humour. So really enjoyable beer. Comes in big bottles. I think you're paying about a £5 for a bottle. But it's nice because must be a bit of sediment in the bottom of the bottle. So a little bit of sediment in. Am I bothered? No, not really. But one thing to watch out for, it does not say it's bottle conditioned on there. So it's probably a bit of the yeast in the bottom. I'm not bothered, but it does make it look different, doesn't it? I watch time as well. I don't want to get to 17 minutes, otherwise it shows up hours later. So, in other news, I'm restarting my Wraggys gardening channel. Gardening with Wraggy, it's going to be called. It was called Wraggy's Gardening Tips. But yeah, gardening with Wraggy, and posting. I was doing it on Instagram at one stage, but I can't stand Instagram for that, or Twitter. And on YouTube, I can see if I'm getting any views, and I can do certain things. I can do settings. I can do to, to auto post like the description, so I don't have to post a bloody description. And there's that, and so that's on my agenda. Started it today, posted the video, and I'm going to try and grow it, separately to the beer review channel. And it's something I do every day, well, at least 6 days a week, because I do work at weekends as well. 6 days a week gardening, so I do a lot of projects, and I do a lot of stuff that's interesting for people who like gardening. I have wins, I have losses, such as life. You don't always win. If we always won, then you'd You need to know how to lose, what a loss is. So yeah, the sediment doesn't help the colour, got to be said. And that's always a thing with bottle conditioned beers. It doesn't say it's bottle conditioned. Not that I bloody read it anyway. No. But cracking beer, lovely taste to it. And apart from that bit of sediment at the end, it was looking really fine as well. Although the sediments give it some extra poke, it's got proper got some backbone to it now. So in some ways, even though it doesn't look great, because of that sediment, it tastes bloody bang on. Like I say, malty. I've already forgot what it says it's got in it. And I can't read either. But cracking, absolutely cracking beer. Oh no, I feel lazy. Man flu has set on me. Yep. The curse of the man flu. These things happen. So, second beer from, second or third actually, from Cat Asylum. Enjoyed the beers. They've got quite a few different beers they bring out. And apparently the brewery is classed as quite a trendy brewery with a bit of a pub tap room thing going off. So if you're ever near Newark, get yourself over there and go and check them out. Adventure Beer are selling their beers now as well, so there's another avenue. www.cat-asylum.com is the brewery. Would I drink this again? Yes. I thought it was an exceptional old style beer, but with some flavour and with the sediment bit pokey and all. Ooh. Really got some bite in that pokiness at the end. For me, I got 4.4 out of 5. Yeah, I really appreciated the taste and that on this. And that's it for this beer review because I'm approaching 18.5 minutes. Thank you all for watching and listening. Cheers up.